Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for the month of March 2023 for the sign of Aquarius. If you have Sun Moon or Rising in Aquarius, or if you are a cross watcher and you're watching it for someone who's dear to your heart and they are an Aquarius, this might be the video that you want to watch. I wanted to thank you all for supporting my channel. If you have been with me for a while, or if you're just joining the channel and this is maybe even the first video that you're watching, hello and welcome. I hope you like the kind of work that I do, and if that's the case, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. There are more videos that you can watch in the playlists that I've organized based on the zodiac signs, and there are also some timeless readings that you can watch them whenever you're guided to. I also wanted to thank you all who reached out for private readings. If you're interested, you can find my contact in the About tab. Well, with that, let's start the reading and see what is coming for Aquarius for March. What do we need to know for Aquarius and how things are going to be manifested for Aquarius? Well, in the beginning, I see you are very careful with someone or some decision. You're actually walking on a very thin line. You either have restricted yourself um, to perform in a level of in a high level, or you are giving yourself some restrictions, or you have been restricted by others. Some of you, I feel like you're hiding. You're going very like smoothly, like you don't want to be noticed. Maybe you have been sick, or you have been hiding because you have been sick. Maybe you have been even some of you self isolating. Um, but you're going from a corner, coming back from a corner. You're trying to not to attract a lot of attention. And some of you, for some reason, that could be different for different people, are trying to be take it quietly, take some time, just do your own thing, don't get too much involved. Some of you with other people, and some of you are even avoiding other people as much as you can and trying to get your work done, your job done, your life, and then get back home. You just want to have that peace. Some of you don't want to be involved in the other dilemma and other problems that others have. I see a beautiful heart. Um, when either you or someone is proposing, they're seeing, I can definitely see that someone is proposing their heart to someone else. And this might be actually a broken heart. Maybe this is not your first relationship or that person's relationship. I absolutely clearly see proposal. Someone is asking for some other person's hand. Like I see a male energy asking for a female energy hand, and they even maybe hold their hand, hold them even in their arms, and ask them to marry them, or ask them to accept their feelings. It's going to be an open heart to heart conversation, a face to face, heart to heart conversation, which is actually very romantic. But again, both parties are heartbroken from other um, life romances that they previously had in their life. Um, but I see healing for your heart. Definitely, someone's heart is not only broken but also scarred. I see scars on the heart, but this patient have realized that it's time to let go and start fresh. And they hope that these scars that they have on their heart is going to be healed. They're hoping for that, and definitely I see that. I Again, I can see healing. Some of you even maybe you might go to, I don't know, like even you might end up being in a place, in a sacred place, in a holy place, like a church or something, that you can get some holy water, because I see holy liquid. Or maybe you find some medication which is liquid and you take it and you feel very good after. And this could be also very spiritual, energetically. It doesn't need necessarily to be a holy liquid or something in those things, but something in those lines. But I see that this will be offered to you as a guidance, as a healing, as an opportunity for forgiveness, healing, recovery, definitely, specifically for your heart. Some people might be taking wine, and they just a little bit, and they think that after they take the wine, they feel better. Their heart is a little bit feeling better. I mean, I'm not trying to tell people what to drink and what to avoid. I'm not giving medical advices or anything of that sort. I'm just talking about based on the energies. Someone might also buy a mug, a coffee mug or a tea mug or teacup, which is shaped of a heart, which is beautiful. I definitely see that there is a handle. Now you will be giving the handle, like things are having, now there is somewhere for you to grip. Some of you might be even understanding your own feelings, and you can now manage your own feelings because maybe even earlier your own feelings were not well known for yourself. You quite didn't know what to do. You didn't know what do you want. You didn't know what you want. You didn't know what you want to do. You couldn't figure out what is the next step. But I can see that now you're getting a hand of it. You're getting the grip of it. You now know what is going on. And that would help you to present your feelings to others. Definitely, there is a face to face conversation. I absolutely see, obviously, two people talking, and male energy is sitting and then female energy is standing. Um, it might be hard for you, Aquarius, even if specifically if you're male energy, to open your heart, but you are going to do it. You will have no choice, and this will happen. You need to open your heart and let it out, because I spoke about the heart, the broken heart that you already have. Some of you already have, and if you keep your feelings this time as well, it's not going to help you at all. This is time to let your heart page and do things differently than other times that you got hate. Um, I see money is coming. Some of you are getting a proposal that it brings you a lot of money, or see a lot of coins around you. Or maybe you get a proposal from a rich person, or after you get disunited, you might your income might increase, and or I don't know, somehow you might end up having more money. There's a lot of blessing. Someone is blessing, giving you blessing for this relationship. It could be your parents, your mother, specifically your mother is really hoping for you to get into this relationship and have some kind of change in your life. Someone is buying a tractor, or a big farm vehicle. Maybe you're working on the farm, or you're buying a very big sport car or race car, something like that, a very highland car, which you are driving. Be careful, specifically if you're driving in the highway or high speed. Be careful, consider the speed limits. It might be a little bit out. I mean, it might be a little bit hard to have this car out of control, specifically if you're not used to driving this car. Be careful. Um, Also, energetically, I see that you might be controlling some situation which is too big for you to control. Things might be a little bit difficult at some point. Be careful. You need to understand the roadmap. You need to understand the feelings. Your feelings in March, Aquarius, can be very real. I mean, unrecognized for you, because, as you know, Saturn is leaving your sign after 3 years, and a lot of restrictions are going to be lifted from you, or from your life, and you might feel free and do some things that um, you just so free, like a person who's now free from the prison and they just run around like a crazy person. They don't know what they're doing. So be careful, specifically for some reason you're now back on driving, you're behind the wheels, you have to be very careful with your driving, or in general, whatever it is. You might have a lot of energy, and this might be a little bit dangerous. You might experience a lot of freedom that you haven't experienced for a long time. It could be internal freedom that might make you say things to people that you might regret later on, or just physically, you might do some activities that you regret later. I see restrictions are lifted from you or your life, but this doesn't mean that you have the free pass to do whatever you want. There is a chance that you might hate yourself or others. So be very careful, specifically with your expenses. You might create a problem in accident, something that might involve like an accident that you have to stop, pay the damages, heal. So be careful. Go a little bit slow in the beginning of the March. From March 7th, Saturn is moving out from Aquarius, and that might bring some unknown waves of energies for you. Give it some time. Try to connect with those freedom. or those limitations that are lifted. Don't go crazy. Try to be very aware, self-aware from yourself, inner side, and also your circumstances, that the circumstances of your actions, and also the environment. Be very aware. I see you, most of you, in a very new environment. You might end up somewhere new, or you can act new. Like maybe you have a new position. A release. You are released. Like you are like a person or even an animal who are now the door is open. They can go anywhere they want, and of course they're gonna jump out and run crazy. And you might not even believe that this freedom is now available to you. I am just saying that take it with a lot of cautious. There's a headache. Some of you have headaches. Specifically, if you're May energy, I see you might have a migraine or a tension headache that bothers you. Try to keep the environment dark if you want low light, and try to rest. Again, energies Aquarius is going to be chaotic around you with Saturn leaving your sign. Many things, like it is like a pressure is going to be released from your back, from your chest, from your head. You might even experience some emptiness, some very weird feelings that you have never experienced. So be very well aware, and be very ready for those things, and take things as easy as possible. Don't push yourself. Your body might be reacting a little bit differently. I see a black cat. You might have a black cat, or a black cat might come sit at your window. You might see them, or you could have a black cat. Um, I'm somehow you don't connect with this black cat, or there's something about it that doesn't make you enjoy your relationship with this black cat. Or maybe some of you have a dream, you see a black cat in your dreams. Again, weird and awkward dreams or incidents in your life could happen, and this is all because of these weird energies that are happening. So be patient, try to give yourself some time, try to relax and try to rest. And of course, if you don't feel well, get addition like professional help and support from a doctor or someone who can help you, definitely. But clarity is coming. If you hang in there, very beautiful energies are entering your life. As I said, hardships are coming to an end, and this is bringing a lot of beautiful opportunities for you. You will make very important life decisions later on. Mm, but let the first week or second week of March pass quietly. Just go to work, come back home quietly. That's exactly what I saw when I opened the reading. Just do it easily, take it easy, don't do anything specific. As I explained it in the very beginning, go from the corner and come from a corner. Don't try to interact too much. Energies are going to be very, very crazy. So it might not be easy. It might not be easy for you to digest them or to go with the flow. I am trying to explain as much as I can so that you guys have visibility to the energies. I hope that is enough explanation. um some of you will be given a situation to handle. As I said, you will be asked to handle a situation. You might be receiving more responsibility in a good way, in a way that is going to be recognized, and you would actually like to do that. You enjoy that extra trust, extra responsibility which is being given to you. It's very appreciated, you like it, and that would help you actually. A lot of you might get a very good financial outcome from a situation, from a job, or anything possible that can bring more money into your life. Um, if you pass the phase crazy weeks of March, you will start to get um, the messages more clearly, and opportunities are going to be everywhere around you. Some of you are traveling. You might start eating, I don't know, like maybe some snacks that you never tried or tasted, and it might be a fun it might be fun for you. Or maybe you never like salty snacks or something like that, but now you enjoy it. There are new things that are going to change in your life after this energy change. Energy shift is going to be phenomenal for you, And as I mentioned in the beginning, for a lot of you, it's gonna bring luck, life. It is gonna bring luck, love, and money into your life, which is actually very good. The universe is going now to give you a permission, the go ahead, or like I feel like Aquarius, you have been so much restricted with Saturn that you had no freedom, and everything was so difficult and complicated that you never could make your own decision. Nothing was going in the way that you planned. Nothing was going in your favor the way you wanted. And now the universe is giving that back to you, and this is very actually exciting and also new for you. You're like, wow, I can now decide. I can now do this. Again, as I said, like someone who's coming out of prison. For a lot of you, maybe you even are coming out of prison, or you have someone who's coming out of prison, or maybe energetically spirituality is happening somehow in your life, and you're coming out of a prison that you had built for yourself, maybe mentally or even with your beliefs, or maybe someone around you is coming out of prison. Definitely this freedom is happening, and you start to experience hmm, beautiful things in life that you couldn't experience specifically in the past 3 years. Very beautiful. I like that. I'm very happy for you, Aquarius, that you're experiencing this. All of these hardships are almost close, very close to the end, and this is going to be a perfect time for you to enjoy life. Someone might buy a new car or even get their license to drive. Maybe now you're trying to have you're thinking to apply to have even a passport, maybe, or maybe you can have a driving license. You're thinking about getting one for some reason. Maybe previously you didn't have one or you couldn't have one, and now you can get the go ahead and get that rolling, which is actually very good for you and opens a lot of opportunities for you. A lot of doors are going, sorry, are going to be opened for you. I see the smile on your face. Very beautiful smile. There is some big explosion of happiness. A lot of your life is upside down in a good way. It's going to be changed in a very good way. There is like a good explosion in a way that things are like maybe changing such up and down, like upside down, and then you need to build from the beginning. It comes with a big paging that actually is very necessary for your life. It could be also, sorry, around you, with the people that are around you, and you needed to get rid of them. Some of them with their mentalities, the way they handled life, the way they were creating boundaries and limitations around you, that is going to be changed, that is going to be paid, and you now are going to have new experiences in life, which is beautiful. I like that. Again, I see someone has a farm. I don't know if you are going to work on a farm. You have a farm, maybe someone from Australia or somewhere that they have farms is watching. Your farm, if that's the case for you, is going to be is going to have a lot of opportunities for growth. You can even have a fish pool and grow fish in your. Maybe you're thinking about having your, I don't know, a farm for fish somehow. But and I see farm animals definitely there, and it's going to be a very fulfilling year. You're going, maybe this spring is going to bring a lot of offsprings for your farm animals. You will have they will have a lot of babies. I see roosters. Someone is well, there's a lot of messages. I'll try to go through all of them, but I can see a lot of messages for you, Aquarius. This V as a victory. There's going to be a victory for you, or maybe someone with like a V, Victor, probably. And also number 5 is very evident for me. Things are not going to be like a snail speed anymore. Someone is trying to work something out, like a recipe. Maybe you're trying to make your own wine, and it sits in happening in the basement or somewhere underground in the dark, or maybe you're trying to keep it secret. It can also be that you're working on the research or a project or some kind of coding recipe, something like that, that you think there's 60 years of experience into it, or this story started 60 years ago, or you are completing someone else's work, or your grandparents, or something that runs in your family. Can also handmade think something handmade, a recipe, a painting, even it can be alchema or something like that. Very something which is very important for you, very precious for you. I can certainly make money from it, or it can be just cooking or maybe canning something. Again, I see you're doing it in the basement in the dark place. Some of you might have found something in your grandparents or your parents' belongings, a note, a recipe, something, even maybe a map. Someone is very worried about their children, about your kids. You get very nervous. Your children are your point of scare. Like anyone can scare you because of your children. Don't show that much um, mm, like liability to your kids, because people can take advantage of that in general. If you're specifically you're worried, specifically if you're female and male as well, you're very worried for your kids. If they're late a little bit, you get crazy, you get very nervous. If they don't pick up their phone, you get nervous. mm. You might even run to their school or to their wherever they are to try to find them and see what happens. Just try to limit your worries in general. Your energies and your reactions are going to be very difficult to handle for other people in the first 2 weeks of March. The way you talk maybe is going to be bothersome. Maybe you are worried for your children, but you jump on them and you attack them. And this is not understandable for them. For the first 2 weeks, Aquarius, you are going to be in the skies. You are going to be flying. Not that you are taking a plane, but that like, your feet are not on the ground. Your actions are not normal, because you're experiencing a vast, massive change of energy. As Saturn is leaving, Pluto is entering, and there are big changes, upside downs, upside downs like no one has experienced is happening, and a lot of it is good. You might, again, as I said, have a health issues with digestion, breathing. You might experience allergies to some things that you never had allergies before, or some of your allergies might start to alleviate and go away. Very beautiful energy. I can definitely see all the energies. I see a panda here. Maybe you buy a panda for your child. um, there will be something about a panda, stuffed animals. There is some detective work that you're doing in the corner, someone is doing for you. You give someone something, or someone gives you something which is very dear to your heart, and you hold it very tight to your heart. Maybe even you sleep with that. Maybe it's stuffed animals, or it's just something that is very precious for you, and you keep it close to your heart. There is a Pisces who you might go to have a cup of coffee or tea, or you might meet them somewhere, and you guys are very close. You can be very good with Pisces in this time. They can understand you because they always have these downloads. Pisces is always experiencing these energies, and for them, this is very normal sometimes. So if you have Pisces friend, they can probably help you to have your feet on the ground a little bit. There is a beautiful ship here, a little beautiful boat. Again, this is the opening and a new beginning for you of a new journey. You're going to sail out of a somewhere that is going to be chaos a little bit. You're going to move away. A lot of you might be working on your immigration documents. Um, you're thinking about relocation. For a lot of you, it takes a little bit more time, but it will be okay. A lot of you will experience relocation in the coming years. I'm not saying this year per se for everyone. This is based on collective energy, but again, for a majority of you, big life events are happening. Try to cover your head if you feel cold, or if you have headache, like a small little hat or a beanie can help you. Maybe a lot of you start wearing a hat or a beanie, and just because you feel better, like you feel your thoughts are more in control. Just an advice from me. There are a lot of more energies and a lot more messages, but I think I have to close the reading here, my dear Aquarius. I hope that you enjoyed the reading, and as always, until the next time, stay blessed.